Okay, my name is Marc Misa. I'm the director and producer of Crossing, a short film. Boy, it's been off and on for years actually. Back in high school, I've had this interest for filmmaking now, but it's always been there. But the love for filmmaking, but it's not always easy. As a filmmaker, I think it's always a struggle. Almost like any other job out there, but I think the passion doesn't really disappear. Our love for storytelling. It's something innate and it's something that can't go away. So, we keep at it. Crossing is about a man driven by desperation to rob a bus. Two hold-uppers beat him to the punch before he could commit a crime. The protagonist is placed in a position where he has to choose whether to become a hero and save the people he was about to victimize or become a victim himself. It's sort of like a challenge. It helps us become more resourceful. It helps us become more crafty in how we would tell our stories given the resources, the limited resources that we have. On the other hand, I have a day job. I'm a graphic designer also for my dad. I make graphics and I also paint and some of my writing I hope will end up somewhere. So malaki yung plano niya. It's always wishful thinking until something really does concretely happen. Fortunately for us, yeah, Cinemalaya picked it up. It makes these things all the more realistic. The dreams and the aspirations. It makes it more possible when this happens. So, ayan, masaya kami. I would describe it as realistic at the same time a satire and also current. Realistic is this is a story about a man who's driven to desperation by his oppressive and impoverished environment. Satire because there's a scene where after some people are shot and murdered the passengers in the bus started applauding. But in the film, we chose to do that as sort of an expression of how people react to these sort of incidents. It's so detached from reality. The way people would react to something on social media is so different compared to as if they saw this in real life. If they're facing a real person, could they say the same things to that person face to face if they experienced it in person? Current, we have a pandemic, we have Taal volcano, we have storms and rains and floods and earthquakes, and we have politics. That's the craziest part of them all. So how do we cope, no? We just make them into stories and films. That's how we cope. We need to make these films. We need to create things for the sake of creation because I think as artists and storytellers, if we don't have that outlet, it will drive us crazy. People were happy enough to work on this because it was a creative outlet. When we talked about the story of Crossing, na inganyo sila, it's something that they would like to do for it's something they were willing to do for free. Of course, I don't encourage working for free kasi that really affects our industry. So filmmakers out there try to get paid for good work. Okay, don't succumb to magaling ka naman eh, kaya mo yan. Never too late, for the adult filmmakers, it's never too late to start. For younger filmmakers, just keep at it. No one is really completely actually talentless because pwede ihasa, pwede ka gumaling. It's a very worthy cause. It's a very essential part of our lives essentially because this is how we view the world. At the end, we need to keep telling stories. We need to express what's happening. My advice lang is, if you like filmmaking and it doesn't work out for you financially, make it a hobby. It will be more of I guess, a spiritual fulfillment. Because creativity is like food. We need that to survive. Yeah, medyo mahaba na yan.